Hey everyone, my name is Artindi, and this is another I've Got Your Back, episode 4. This question comes from Sisimia Seyfudin's account. It's actually her husband, who was wanting to know how to implement some code that will allow characters to follow the character you're controlling. And so I've created something super basic, super simple, because this kind of thing really depends on what kind of game you're making. And the look that you'll want it to have and the way that they'll actually follow around whatever character you're controlling really depends on how you want it to look and what kind of game it is. Like a platformer is going to be way different from a top-down, so it depends on those things. So I'm just going to give you the basics, and then you can play around with it, add some variables or conditions to make it look and feel the way you want. This doesn't really look very great, but it's got the basics in there, the basic logic anyway. So let me show you what I got. So a really simple scene, just the 3 colors. I have a manager that's the parent of each of the 3 characters. And in this, it's getting just the position every frame. So it's in the process function. Every frame, it's getting the position of each of the characters and storing it in a variable that the characters can then access. So here, here's the blue character, and it through these. Well, actually, that's its own storage. Here, let me expand it so we can look at this. So here's the bit that allows me to control the blue character. I'm just going to shrink that because that's not as important here. So here is where I'm getting that information from the manager and plugging it into a local variable just so I can play around with it a bit better. And so depending on where the red player position is, the blue player or the blue square will move around to follow the red square. So if the red square moves too far away on the x-axis, then it will correspondingly move towards it. And same thing on the y-axis. And with it being this simple, you get that really clunky, plain, simple, like not very clean movement of like, I don't know, you know what I'm talking about. I don't know how to explain it, but it just doesn't look super natural, I suppose is the word for it. But it has all the basic logic here for that kind of thing, and mess around with it, play around with it, see if you can get it to work a little bit better. But this is what I have, and in each of the characters, it's just set to a different character that's following. So you can have multiple characters following each other in a circle. Just depends on which one you're controlling. That will determine this bit of information. So hopefully this is helpful to you. Like I said, it really depends on what kind of game you're making, so it's really up to you and how you change it from here. This is the absolute basic, I would say, for some character following character code. And well, like I said, hopefully this is helpful, maybe to you as well as to other people. And if anybody else has any questions regarding this kind of thing in Godot, if there's anything that you wish someone would make a tutorial on, just let me know and I'll put something quick together like this. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching and have a beautiful day.